Hey, I'm Rita Cook.
I'm Tommy Scott.
And we're ECP-TV, and I hope that you guys have missed us because Tommy was off last week doing something. I don't know, where were you? You have a lot of deaths in your family. I don't think I want to be your friend. Seriously.
Well, when you have a large family, you have a lot of deaths, okay? So, and especially if it's an old family, so.
Old as in like a lot of old people? Or
she was 91 years old. Okay, she was the last one, okay? So.
She's the last one?
She was the last of all the old, the original moms and dads and grandmas.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you.
We taking their place now.
Okay.
Okay.
Try not to die anytime soon.
I hope not. Maybe it'll be 91 when I bank out of here. Okay.
So we're going to talk about the last couple of weeks. That's what's happened in Ellis County, and so let's talk first with Ferris City Council approves a $3.2 million bond package. What's going on with that? I didn't even know about that myself. I didn't write the article. So.
Well. Personally, Jim, I feel like it's a great thing because for a long time, as you know, I was on TV several times about this water situation.
Oh, yes.
So me and I went to council and we sat down and we talked about it and we decided that, and to get things straightened out around here, we needed a city manager. Mm-hmm. And then we got the city manager, we did our budget. Mm-hmm. Then after we did our budget, we decided to start working on infrastructure. Okay. So the city manager, he's been very good at getting things done. So
certainly has.
We're at this point right now where we're starting to work on things, get things fixed, get things laid out, straightened out. Okay. No more messing around. We're going to fix this stuff because we don't want any more water problems and we don't want any sewage problems. And we want everybody to know that we don't want to be getting fined anymore because we got sewage running all over the place.
You know, I just heard actually in Duncanville yesterday from that big flood, they had like a sewer issue. They had to send a press release out about it. I guess there was a problem if you were in Duncanville and you had a sewer issue.
Well,
that's
I can
not
understand.
Something anybody wants.
No, I can understand their grief. You know,
yes,
I can really relate to them having that problem. So,
well, I'm going to say too that in this week's edition, I wrote an article about the Ferris Code Enforcement, which they're cracking down on, and I did make a mistake. And I want to let the gentleman over there, the chief building official, know that, yes, it was my mistake. And you do have to have a permit for a water heater and a gas line change. I wrote in the article that you did not, but you do. So.
Well, dealing with gas, you might want to get one. You know
might not even want to deal with that either. At all.
You know what I mean? I call the gas company.
Right,
what I
exactly.
do. I'm not very good with messing around with gas. Okay?
Yeah, we don't want to blow up the city of Ferris. So a body was found at 342 and 77. It was identified as a man he was named Minor Carroll. They found him. There's still some question about how he died. There was a passing motorist that saw him. But I did happen to know the family who he was staying with, that he was living in a trailer and doing some work for them, and he had dementia. And apparently they had asked his family to take him back for a short time. I don't know if he was in a nursing home or if he was at the family house, but he got out while they were, he left the house, and apparently a couple of days later he was found dead. So it was really sad. There was an amber, or it's a silver alert that was out for a couple of days about him as well. So anyway, he had the nicest, sweetest face. It was really sad. I kind of broke my heart. Yeah. I just hate to think of somebody dying like that. So anyway, if you'd heard about that. Tom Leverance, which I don't know, do you know Tom? He was the old fire chief here in Ferris. Do you remember him? He was like 5 or 6 years ago?
No, I don't recall him.
Well, he just became mayor of Oakleaf.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he has all kinds of things that he wants to do with Oakleaf in regard to maybe adding some commercial development.
That'd be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, congrats to him.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see, what else? Well, you don't have your glasses on, so you can't see a thing, can you? Our producer made him take his glasses off. Oh, okay. Here's something. I wrote a story last week about the coronavirus and how bad it is. And there was a lot of question as to if the Chinese government was actually, they said that it was really bad in December before they even told anybody about it.
Did they tell you how that virus arrived?
I heard some things like bat soup and all kinds of crazy things, but
no, from what I understand from my doctor, but my doctor, my wife had this cough and stuff, and
you thought it might be the coronavirus?
Well, we didn't know what it was, so I took her to the doctor, and he was telling her, no, you don't have that. He asked her, he made a joke out of it. He said, have you been eating raccoon or something similar to a raccoon? And my wife was like, no, I don't eat that kind of stuff, you know. And he said that's where that virus came from. People were eating this raccoon-looking animal. Right. and it was supposed to be some kind of delicacy, and that's where, and it was infected, and that's where that came from. That's where the virus came from, out of this animal. So
there's a lot of strange things that they eat in Asia. I remember when I was there before, there's like rats hanging and all kinds of things, and I'm like, this is not something I'm going to eat. So, you know,
I pass on that place for a trip. You know what I mean? I want to go visit something. I don't think I want to go there. Not where they eat that anyway.
So Ellis County is getting a new radio system. When Sheriff Chuck Edge was in here talking to me on my political show, he was talking about how things have been crazy. I think you were here that day too, and so they're working on that. That was one of the articles that we have this week to talk about, and I think it will be affecting Midlothian, Ovilla, Waxahachie, Red Oak, I think, for the moment. I don't think it'll affect Ferris residents, the radio system, but it's a way for everybody to kind of feel safe because they're all working together.
Well, the manager, me and the manager spoke on this, him and the chief of police here, DeLeon, and they was sitting down, and they took a piece of the day to go over what kind of equipment they want to use, because they want us to be able to be in touch with everybody in the county.
Absolutely.
Because
really
that was one of the major things they were working on. So I'm pretty sure they're up to par on that.
They probably know what's going on if they're going to need to be a part of it. Okay. Yes. Wilmer has a new city administrator. Her name is Rona Stringfellow, and she's come from Lancaster. She was the deputy city administrator in Lancaster, and also she was a finance director, possibly the interim finance director. So she was there for 15 years. Now she's in Wilmer, and everybody's really excited over there about her. So welcome to Rona over in Wilmer. We're looking forward to working with you.
Yeah,
I think it'll make a lot of changes.
I think any city is well needed to have someone at the point.
Yeah.
You know, if you got somebody on point, then they can always go and assess things, and they put the people in place to assess things.
Exactly.
Then you can make better decisions, and you don't be be dropping the ball. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
And
no more dropping the ball.
Yeah, because they can cost you money. You start dropping the ball. They can't find it and all that kind of good stuff. That's not good.
Until you're on the city council, you don't know those things.
You don't know those things.
No idea.
Yeah, you'll learn though. Believe me, you will learn.
Red Oak arrested one of the 3 suspects from a purse snatching case at the Whataburger. I think it happened at the end of January. So there's 2 still at large. I guess this guy just came up to a group of people out in the middle of the Whataburger parking lot and took somebody's purse. I mean, he's like, talk about some guts, because I would have been tripping out.
Well, you know what? He's a very lucky person doing that, especially in Ellis County, because everybody in Ellis County usually carry a gun. Really, seriously, he's lucky, and he's lucky he didn't get killed.
That's a good point.
Because just about everybody I know carries a gun every day, so he got lucky that day.
Well, I am not going to snatch anybody's purse anytime I new. You know, I don't want to. All right, so what else is going on? Do we have anything else to say? Watch us next week. I think our billboard should be going up soon. It's been really rainy and cold and wet, but I know everybody's looking to see our beautiful faces.
I know you are.
So, anything else you want to say?
Well, I want to say to everyone, please go out and vote.
Yes.
And please go out and vote, and make sure you make a good decision on who you want to vote for.
That's right.
Because what we vote for today come back to bite us tomorrow.
That's right. Watch my political show, Politics and How It Affects You, and you can learn a little bit about who's going to be on the ballot.
Yes.
And Julissa Martinez and I have started a show, What Do You Want to Know? So that's going to be a good one, too.
Yes.
So we're going to have 3 amazing shows for ECP-TV. I'm Rita Cook.
And I'm Tommy Scott.
And we are ECP-TV.